Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more.
And to the rest of you, the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters, you guys make me sick to my stomachs, fam. Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something? You guys, that's what I thought. No, that's what I thought. That's what I
Ah, what a sick intro, bitch. I'm leaving that. I think I'm gonna leave that for a few videos because, bitch, look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. That's what I thought. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Anyway. So you guys saw the title, okay? You guys saw the title, and we're gonna talk about Miss Rita Ora in her past and everything like that, because Miss Rita Ora broke my motherfucking heart. She broke my heart. She broke it. But anyways, so we're gonna get into it. If you haven't, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and let's get into it. Miss Rita Ora debuted with smash hit How We Do Party back in 2012, and I actually remember when that shit came out. I was like in pop heavy at that time. I was in my musical bag at that time. I was just starting to grab a hold of what music meant to me in that time. And Rita Ora came out and I watched the music video. I was in love with her immediately. I was in love with Rita Ora immediately. I ended up learning that her debut and music she made following that was like people were trying to dub her as the next Rihanna when she broke into the mainstream. And I could totally see that at the time. Like, people were comparing her to Rihanna, the whole image that she had when she came out. I was like, how can we compare a white woman to Rihanna? Well, at that time, we didn't know that Rita Ora was, in fact, white and that she was not, in fact, black. So the Rita Ora, Rihanna comparisons made sense. She kind of favored her just a little bit. We assumed she was black, and she came out making pop R&B crossover music. She made a lot of music with a lot of artists who were considered urban, rappers and or R&B singers like Chris Brown. She made urbanish music herself. She had an aesthetic of which that was ambiguous, and she played to that to her benefit, okay? For a long ass time until she ended up getting fucking busted. She got busted, but for a long time she used her ambiguity to her benefit. Nowadays, if you look at Rita Ora in 2020, 2022, 2023, she looks more white. And it's crazy how they kind of morphed her aesthetic, her dress, her hair, her makeup, everything into this mold of which we were completely fooled. But if you look at Rita Ora now, if you go to her Instagram, if you go to her TikTok, if you go anywhere, she's way more stripped down. She doesn't wear any heavy makeup. She doesn't have any crazy, affiliations or anything in her hair. She wears her hair most of the time like a regular white woman would. Um, her clothes very normal, as far as like there isn't anything urban looking about her aesthetic at all. But back in 2012, 13, 14, whatever those poppin' times when she was out, it was very obvious to me that she was at least a mixed woman. Like, everything about her screamed that. Nowadays, when I look at her, I feel like I'm looking at two totally different people aesthetic wise. She still has the same face, obviously, but aesthetic wise, she is very different. And it very obviously was a ploy by herself and whoever her management slash record labels were at the time. Back in the 2010s, she wore her hair, if it wasn't in braids, in a fuzzy, poofy, almost curly afro style that was really Rita Ora's signature. When I thought about Rita Ora back then, that is what we saw, was like this curlier, fuzzier, frizzier type of combed out, picked out looking afro-y hairstyle. Nowadays, you wouldn't catch her dead in any hairstyle like that because that's probably not how she wore her hair before she came into the industry, let alone with braids and twists. If you do look at Rita Ora's face, though, which is nothing that she can help, she does look a little bit ambiguous. She looks different, but that's because she's white. But she is foreign white, foreign white. She's not American white. She's Albanian apparently, and so she's different. She's not, she's not American, so she has a different type of features, and I guess her features fooled people, including myself, a lot of us, into thinking that she was multiracial. Wearing her hair in frizzy hair combinations, braids, and sometimes on occasion even wigs did not help in people thinking that she was mixed and or black. With the song Black Widow with Iggy Azalea, you could go and watch that. She looks black and she has a wig on. Iggy Azalea also wears wigs, okay? But Iggy Azalea obviously is white. She looks white. But if you go and watch her with Iggy Azalea and Rita Ora and Black Widow, Rita Ora does not look white at all. At all, at all, at all. She literally looks like Rihanna in that music video. It's absolutely incredible. It's crazy. And I really think her label and everybody was playing on her, people thinking that. And she's never said the N word in any of her music or anything like that. But, like, I feel like they really played that up for her, having her work with like rappers or, R&B artists, singers, people, and putting up this front or this guise that she was a part of the culture in some way without them directly saying she was. Oh yeah, so here are some pictures right here of Rita Ora. This is like a more recent-ish picture of Rita Ora. What? Okay, but this is her stripped back without too much, makeup. She has makeup on, but you can see her face a little bit better. Her hair is not, how she used to wear her hair. Also this photo. What? Huh? That's Rita Ora's hair. Okay, that's her face. Huh? I feel like I'm looking at two totally different people in comparison to the Rita Ora of the 2010s. And yeah, sure, that was years ago, but it has to do with aesthetic as well. Not just, it has to do with how you're presenting yourself. And she publicly presented herself for years as this urban looking figure. If you still don't believe me, here are some more pictures of her, but back in that era. Researching for this video, I did not realize how often back then Rita Ora wore her hair purposely in urban hairstyles in order to morph, transition, fit into the aesthetic of which she was trying to portray and fit into the urban culture the way she was trying to. Versus now, Rita Ora doesn't do that. Rita Ora has always done, pop / R&B, but if you listen to a lot of her music now, it doesn't have an R&B flair to it at all. It's more of an electronic pop leaning type of thing, and she's very popular in the UK, and they say that she's like the Rihanna of the UK over there, and apparently she's super huge over there. But they were trying to get that type of effect here in the US for Rita, and it almost worked, bitch, because Rita Ora was on top for a long ass time. Shit almost worked. But a lot of people were turned off when they found out that she was essentially blackfishing us the entire time. And I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. But let's check out this clip of her Breakfast Club interview all those years ago.
Are you black, white, Spanish?
Everyone thinks that, though. I know I'm Albanian.
I don't even know what that is.
It's Eastern European.
Okay.
So it's like, basically it's an Albanian person. I mean, there's a lot of us here in New York. What do you mean? We're all over the place.
I thought you had some black in you when I heard that you love Tabasco sauce.
Yeah, no, I might as well be. No, a lot of people think that, but I like that. It gets me places.
Did this girl just say it gets her places? Is she for real? But that's the part, and it's like you can't down her too much, because if it was able to get her through to certain places in the industry, and she was able to capitalize off the fact that she looked black to people, but she was the kind of black that was passable, meaning like light skinned black people are very praised in the culture and can move through the culture a little bit easier, especially if you're a light-skinned black woman or a mixed black woman. Our community praises light skin, mixed, ambiguity. We praise that a lot of the time. And so she basically admitted to being able to benefit from that in the culture, in the community. Like, other people who are not black can see what black people and what the community uplifts. You know what I'm saying? So obviously she was like, oh, well, as a white woman, I can freaking come in here, pretend to be black, and benefit from the community in every way that I can, and soak up all the attention and soak up all the praise, because that's what this community is going to allow me to do. And that's exactly what she did, up until she got caught and people started to catch on. Like, other people, the general public, started to catch on. Well, wait a minute, this woman isn't black? Oh wow, okay, let's get her up out of here. On top of the whole her not being black thing, also her music wasn't really hitting the same after a while. The hits stopped coming, so I think that's another reason why she didn't last nearly as long, is because the music wasn't hitting like that for, forever. She dropped an album this year actually called You and I, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us don't know anything about it. It dropped in 2023 because her music isn't popularized in the US anymore like that, outside of maybe some core stans who still listen to Rita Ora on a regular basis. Again, her popularity is mostly in the UK as far as I know. But I was totally rubbed the wrong way when I found out only like a year and a half ago that she wasn't black and that she was pandering to the community the entire time. And then when you go to look at her now, she looks nothing or acts nothing like she used to, which just goes to show, like, girl, that was never you. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was not only her, but her label who put her up to this and said, oh yeah, people are thinking that you're this and that, just run with it. Actually capitalize on it and make people think it more. Because I think labels know what to sell and push to the black communities. Period. They know what we want to see. They know we want to see anything closest to white, light skin, fat asses, talent, of course, people who can sing and dance, but imagery wise, they know what we want to see, okay, and what to capitalize on. When people don't believe colorism is a thing, when people don't believe that, this, music industry is looks first and everything else second, situations like this with Rita Ora should tell you that. I know some people in the comments of this video might be like, well, I literally never thought she was black. Only a couple people thought. No, a lot of people thought that. Let me go ahead and put some comments of even recently in the last couple of years of people finding out that Rita Ora was not black and what they had to say. Does anyone find her likable? I've tried to give her a chance, but she's just not it. Iceland gal. I had an Albanian friend. He looked like a mix of Mediterranean and Russian. Olive skin with black hair. Steph didn't look black. Charlemagne is so messy. He knew the answer to the question he asked. She wasn't black. They really be out here desperate to look like us. I thought she meant she was albino. They tried to make a white Rihanna, basically. Chris Brown got with her too, just when you think he couldn't be more of a colorist. So you're telling me she was white this whole time? Why did she say Eastern European as if it was something other than white? She really said it gets me places. The fucking music is sending me. I've never felt so lied to. I thought that this was supposed to be a joke at first. I might as well be. Okay, sister. I thought she was black for so long. If when it's beneficial for me was a person. So she's white. That's nice to know after years. So those are just a few reactions from a couple of years ago. But if you still search Rita Ora on platforms now, like YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, you'll still see these comments come up even more recently, where people are still just now finding out that Rita Ora is not black. So that's it for this video. And I hope to see you in my next one. And I love you. Bye.